Hello, and
Welcome.
welcome to
Alternate fucking
Casuals.
What makes you
Fucking
casual?
It don't matter.
What you know.
fucking
All right, we ready?
Yeah.
Fucking here we go. Ultimate effing casuals. We're back. Where have we been the last few weeks? Fucking on the run. Just on the move. That's a story for another time, though. The homies have assembled. Nathan, Isaac, how are you guys doing?
I'm doing well, man. Doing well.
Yep, doing well as well.
Oh man, well, we've got quite a bit to catch up on, so let's get right into it. Let's start with our olive branch to the boxing B-sides. Jake Paul versus Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. There's some cool stuff on the undercard. I'll just list off really quickly. Raul Curiel, KO4 over Victor Rodriguez. Holly Holm returns to boxing with a UD over Yolanda Ochoa. And this one like fucking blew my top off. Floyd Schofield KO1 over Tevin Farmer. Did not see that coming.
What
Dude, that
Floyd
KO was
supposed to be
vicious.
like? Oh, it was crazy. I didn't think he had that kind of power.
I didn't either.
I think he was more of just like an outboxer kind of guy.
Dude, to be honest, this was my first time seeing him, and I mean, because I know he was originally scheduled, was it to fight Shakur?
Yeah.
Over in Saudi Arabia, but man, this is my first time watching him. I had to pick Farmer just because I mean I've never seen him, but man, he demolished Tevin Farmer. Like looking at that performance versus the performance that Zepeda had against him, it's just, I mean, man, great. I mean, this guy looks good.
Yeah, Alex over on B-Sides has been talking about Schofield for a while, so it's a little vindication for him. I'm sure when we sit down to talk later on, he'll be gloating a little bit. I posed it as this with Shanada was the. Have you heard of like the jar analogy in combat sports?
Nah, I don't think I've heard of that.
So, one guy he's a tough nut to crack, solid chin, never been knocked out, or it's been a long time since he's been like really chin checked, and he has a really tough, hard fight. Takes a lot of damage, eats a lot of punches. He doesn't get stopped, but he loses a decision or whatever. The next fight, he gets stopped pretty quickly, and it's like trying to open a really tough jar where one person will be like really working it and nothing happens, and they pass it to somebody and they open it like on their first try.
Oh, I guess,
Yeah,
I mean,
that makes sense.
Farmer has taken some damage in his career. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
I don't recall exactly how old he is right now, but I know he's getting up there. Maybe it was just like this was the time, like you said.
I think you really also see that in MMA as well. Like some guys will be, durable for a real long time, and then as soon as they get, they might go through a couple wars, and then all of a sudden they're getting chin checked every other fight.
Yeah.
Korean Zombie comes to mind for that.
100%.
Yeah, I'm just looking completely different. Yeah.
Gilberto Ramirez versus Uniel Dorticos. It was fine. Ramirez looked okay. Dorticos power throughout, but looked not so good.
Dorticos was dirty as shit in that fight, man. He was continuously hitting Zurdo below the belt throughout that entire fight. It was actually insane.
Jake Paul gets the job done versus a not very interested in competing Chavez. Man, how long did it take for him to turn up? Like round 7 or 8?
Yeah, I think the 8th is when I saw him like start throwing punches, like more than just one. Like, yeah, I mean, what was it? I mean, the stats at the very beginning of the fight were insane. Like he was barely throwing at all. Like within the first 4 rounds, it was. I mean, he forgot he was fighting.
Looked a lot the way he did when he fought Canelo. Just didn't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, it was sort of weird. When he sort of looked in shape, but yeah, he just did not. A terrible performance. I mean, looked really bad. It was a boring fight.
Yeah.
Very boring fight.
It is kind of impressive how often this guy like makes a mockery of boxing.
Yeah.
Like in all the biggest fights where he has the opportunity to like revive his image, he like somehow underwhelms.
Yeah. I mean, what was it? The Silva fight he had as well, where I think what was it? They gave him like a draw, but I mean, he somewhat clearly lost.
Yeah, he lost that.
Yeah. Yeah, just a disappointment.
Last thing on this, what do you guys think? Nathan, starting with you, what do you think of Jake Paul being rated 14th by one of the major sanctioning bodies?
I was actually about to bring that up. Kind of insane because I feel like Chavez. When was the last? Has he been at cruiserweight for longer than this fight? Like, how long has he fought at this weight class?
I think it's
So he beat someone who wasn't at cruiserweight. Clearly, it's promotional hijinks to give him that kind of ranking, but I'm going to overlook it just for the reason of like they're gonna try and make a Jake Paul fight like a world ranker. Like that's clearly next. There's no other reason to give him this ranking. And so like I am like very morbidly curious to see if he could somehow work his way into an actual title fight with someone. And just the idea of him like winning, right? Because he, if nothing else, right? Like I think he has legitimately improved his boxing, but he does, even if that's not world level, he has the power to like catch someone on the chin and potentially win a world title. And I'm very, very curious to see if he will get in that position. But this is like really the first step to that.
Yeah. I mean, just to add on to that, we've sort of been known. I'm pretty sure there's even been like FBI investigations into it about like sort of like a little bit of corruption within the boxing organizations. That I mean, it just comes down to sanctioning fees. I mean, we've seen it. Probably one of the highest profile cases we've seen it with is with Canelo. How, I mean, they're supposed to enforce these mandatories, but I mean, it was years that Canelo was supposed to fight David Benavidez, and just never did because of the sanctioning fees. I mean, they would make money off Canelo, and they did not want to lose that. But I mean, I don't know. Cruiserweight is sort of dead. So like being ranked 14th, I mean, someone in the server the other day brought it up that there's like very few names that you can recognize within the top 15 in the cruiserweight rankings. So I mean, I don't know. I feel okay with it. I mean, especially if there's discussions that Jake Paul will possibly fight Zurdo. I mean, we saw them face off that night after it was backstage. There's also talks about him fighting Badu Jack. So I mean, it's nothing crazy, to be honest. I mean, him being ranked 14th doesn't really upset me. But yeah, I mean, we've been knowing this about like boxing organizations, the belt organizations.
Yeah, this is par for the course. Money man is gonna get higher ranks quicker, and
yeah,
it was RGF in the Discord that was posting like all sorts of records and resumes, and like it was just dog shit. Like one number 13 hasn't fought a 10-round fight yet, so I'm not sure what people are complaining about.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm okay with it. Yeah. Shout out RGF.
Yeah, it's cruiserweight. Like who fucking cares? It might as well go to Bridgerweight. Who really cares? But,
yeah, and for someone who is actually entertaining, right? Like
exactly.
We do all want to put in the face, and I think we do want the sport to be viewed legitimately and to like follow the rules. But like if you're in a situation like this where it's like you said, Isaac, a dead division. It's like, and it's not like Jake Paul is like, he's not complete ass,
he's
right?
Not terrible.
He's not Julio Cesar Chavez. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He trained. he's actually dedicated. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little. I think it's a little silly, the outrage. But I'm also Jake Paul Mafia, so I don't really take my opinion with a grain of salt. Moving into some news really quickly. 173. Rogue and Malakin are going to rematch, so that's fun. Should be a good time. But Conor McGregor versus Michael Chandler on the White House lawn. Somebody make sense of this for me, because I don't know what the fuck is going on here.
Dude, this is sort of insane. So, like, apparently, Donald Trump, the president of the United States, they're trying to have, I believe, next year, and Dana White has also sort of indicated that they're willing to do it, trying to have a UFC event on the White House front lawn. And Conor McGregor, like, not even like 10 hours after Trump put it out there, he said he would be willing to fight Michael Chandler, and he even uploaded like an AI photo of himself
I saw that.
fighting Chandler on the lawn. So, man, we're back at it again with the McGregor fight rumors.
Let's get the vibes of when, like, do you guys remember during COVID when Eddie Hearn like had a boxing event in his front lawn?
Yeah.
That was when Povetkin knocked out Dillian White, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I remember that venue was small as hell. Yeah, it might have been that one. Yeah.
Very silly idea. Also would be like the perfect comical stage for a McGregor Chandler fight. Like everybody in the know at least would know how unserious that fight was, you know. But it would be funny to watch regardless.
That would be quite a spectacle.
Yeah, and to the casual audience, I mean, that would probably do like a crazy amount of numbers, just because, I mean, it is Conor McGregor. This fight has been brewing for, what is it, like 3 years now? 3-4 years? I mean, it was whenever, I forget what Ultimate Fighter season it even was. But ever since that season, that fight's been brewing. And if this is what actually ends up making the fight, that would be insane. But I don't know. Do you guys think it'll happen? Do you think it'll be McGregor?
John Jones also indicated interest in doing it.
Yes, he did.
That's another thing. He said he was back in the testing pool. I don't want to deal with John Jones anymore, to be honest. I don't want to deal with him. I'd rather he just leave the sport, unless he like genuinely comes back and like signs a contract saying he'll fight Tom Aspinall. That's the only way.
Yeah, that event already feels cursed. Like it's some weird shit's gonna happen if that card actually comes together.
Yeah. That would be weird though. I mean, I definitely watch it.
It'd be quite a spectacle for sure.
Yeah.
I saw some people making the joke like, "Oh, the Roman Empire never went away." Like welcome back. Like, it's the Colosseum, right?
Yeah.
If it makes McGregor Chandler happen, then that would be fine. I think that would kind of justify the situation.
Yeah, there's been people have been like making like fantasy White House cards online now. I've been seeing.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it's just like the most outrageously like stacked cards you can think of.
Can't not have Colby Covington.
Yeah, you have to have.
Sean Strickland.
Yeah, Sean Strickland. Yeah, you have to have him.
But yeah, I've been.
What's his face? Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell.
Oh man.
Bryce Mitchell, man.
He might glaze Trump for Elon Musk leaving the White House.
Oh yeah, that is true. He hates Elon Musk. That is true.
But let's move into some recaps. One that we missed from our regular scheduling on June 21st, UFC Fight Night 421. Wanted to go through this one kind of quickly. The Iron Turtle was on the prelims. Gets a UD over Ismail Naurdiev. I'm not sure. The Fiziev and Bahamondes fight was good, wasn't it? I'm remembering it being really solid.
Yeah, it started sort of slow. It turned up a little bit at the end.
I'd like to see.
Fiziev put in a good performance. That was a
Yeah.
good little for him coming back, and he fought Gaethje just recently, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a rematch. For him to turn around so quickly and get a convincing win like that, I feel a lot better about him going forward.
Yeah.
I'd like to see co-mains, even on fight night cards, to be moved up to 5 rounds.
They do it sometimes. I don't know. It's very rare that they actually do it.
Depends on the caliber of the fight.
Yeah, like I think, one that I remember was like for UFC 300. I think Gaethje versus Max was 5 rounds. I think.
Oh, they had the BMF title for whatever that counts.
Oh yeah, true. This card was actually nice though. The Baku card, the Sadikov and Moda fight. That was a really really good fight.
Oralbaev submits Tafik Musiev in the first. That's pretty cool.
It's a very quick submission. Yeah.
You know what was not a quick submission? Khalil Roundtree versus Jamal Hill. God, that was frustrating. Jamal Hill, what the hell's wrong with his leg? But it was messed up from pretty much the opening kick that Roundtree threw downstairs. And is Jamal Hill done? Was this just a bad performance?
Yeah, I saw. I don't remember if it was his Twitter or Instagram, but he is like apparently stepping away from MMA. He's taking like a break for a minute. He said to let his injuries heal. So I don't know if we'll see him within the next year or not. I mean, he'll probably take a pretty long hiatus just to fully heal. But yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, I did think Roundtree was gonna win regardless, but
Yeah, so did I.
Jamal he got like nothing going. It was pretty much just Roundtree controlling. I mean, we ended up learning later. Roundtree, I think, put a post online that he had tore. I think it was his ACL or like MCL, something in his knee that he came into the fight with.
What?
Oh my gosh!
I mean, yeah. I mean, he dominated, man. I mean, what was he knocked down Jamal like 2 or 3 times? He didn't really get anything together for like a strong finish, but I mean, he sort of dominated. It was a clean sweep.
Yep. 5-0 all around.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't remotely competitive, and I'm glad that Jamal's taking a break because there's really nothing you could do with him at this point. Like who the hell would you match him up with? It just, you have like multiple really underwhelming performances. I mean, the Yuri fight, he definitely put a strong effort on. It wasn't enough that night, but I mean, here coming in basically doing nothing. I mean, that's rough. It's not a good watch.
Yeah, I mean, he's gonna have to move down. I mean, we're talking about whenever he comes back, he's facing like the Nikita Krylovs, the Johnny Walkers, Ozdemirs. Like he's moving down the rankings now. Like he's no longer fighting the top 5 anymore.
Isn't Rakic in the neighborhood?
He's sort of like in limbo. I feel like Rakic is like the separator between like a top of the division where you could see getting a title shot, and then the ones at the bottom where they need like 2 or 3 more fights. He's like the separator.
That might be where Jamal Hill's at.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. We'll
he
see
is
how
kind
long
of
it takes.
the high end gatekeeper. Excuse me.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when he comes back, I guess.
Maybe he could box.
Oh no.
Yeah, I feel like you get torn apart.
2 quick ones as we move on. Fucking Friday, June 27th, one Friday Fights 114. I'm gonna keep pointing them out because they keep having really cool shit. Jirai Ishii knocks the shit out of Younes Munin. There's a catchweight Muay Thai fight. Ramadan Ondash. I was thinking about it, and this guy being named Ramadan is like being named Christmas. Just the way it comes off to me, anyway. and he KOs Charpayak Saxtatoon. I fucked that one up, but whatever. And then Aslamjan Ortikov, KO3 over Petsuk Kumbit. I had marked this one as beatdown of the year question mark. That was pretty fucking rough. And Ortikov got signed. So it's always really cool when that happens. It's fun to see it. Moving to PFL, the middleweight, light heavy, and heavyweight bracket. Just some highlights. Fucking Fabian Edwards is fighting Dalton Rosta in the final. Sergio Pettis advances to the final. Oleg Popov is back in the final again.
Some decent names.
Yeah.
Or the finals could be interesting.
Yeah, the finals will be fun. And more news on the PFL front coming up on our next sit down. All right. This is why the fucking people are here. UFC 317. Cue the sad song for Charles. But let's go from the early prelims and move up. Jonata Denise, UD over Justin Tafa. Jacoby Smith submits Nico Price in the second. My man, Terrence McKinney, submits Vyacheslav Borshev in the first. And
Dude, he's a freight train, man.
Yeah, I love
this dude. His fights are so quick. 55 seconds. That's insane. His fights are always fun. Always.
He's one of those D1 wrestler types. I think he went to LSU.
His opponent is good too. Slavaklaus, he's very good. So this is a good win.
Tracy Cortez beats Vivian Arajo 10th and 8th at strawweight, respectively. Jose Delgado KO1 over Hyder Amil.
Very good KO.
Yeah.
Happened very quick as well. I mean, this was like as soon as the fight started, it was pretty much over.
And unfortunately overshadowed by the very next fight and the KO on that one.
Yeah, Gregory Rodriguez KO1 over Jack Hermanson. Man, back to back.
Dude.
Serious knockout of the year contender. This was
brutal. This was very brutal, man. Hermanson was completely out with the first punch Rodriguez landed on Hermanson. And then on the way down, his head bangs on the canvas. And then after that, RoboCop walks over and hits him with like two more hammer fists that like landed completely flush. I mean, he was out cold. I mean, they were monitoring Hermanson like in the back just to make sure everything was okay. I mean, luckily he was cleared. He was medically cleared, so he's okay. But man, that was a very brutal KO. He's got to take some time off.
Peyton Talbot back in the win column over Felipe Lima.
We got to spend some time here, to be honest. We have to spend some time here. Peyton Talbot, he looked very, very good. Last time out when he lost against Barcelos, he had some abysmal takedown defense. But against Felipe Lima, who we know is another prospect that's actually very good, he has some power. His grappling is good. Wrestling is good. Dude, Talbot looked good, man. His takedown defense was on point. His scrambles were nice. Whenever he did get put down to the ground, he was able to get up. And then, man, his striking was clean. His striking was very clean. I mean, very, very good performance from him. I mean, he was an underdog coming into this, albeit like a slight one. But man, this is like the type of performance you want to see whenever like a young prospect gets a loss. Like this was exactly what the fans needed to see from him. What the fans and the UFC needed to see from him.
Yeah, definitely. Can continue buying the Peyton Talbot stock.
Yeah.
I mean, they really threw him in, did him no favors with this matchmaking, and the fact that he excelled against someone who because in his last fight, I mean, he looked like he had like a newborn deer, like he had wrestled a day in his life. Like the fight to fight jump in skill it's astonishing. Because this was the guy that should have been able just at worst just to lay and pray him, right? Keep him on the ground, hold him there, and just stall for time. And I mean, there were even some scrambling exchanges where Talbot had the upper hand. I mean, that was really, really impressive, and it shows his ceiling is just shot up again, right? Like he's not just, Sean O'Malley type guy with great striking. He's got real grappling ability to go along with it. And so he can go far if that's the kind of fight-to-fight improvement I can expect for his next several fights. Like he's got a very, very high ceiling.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I hope you all bought the dip. Benel Dariush, UD over Renato Moicano. This one I don't recall. I don't recall much about.
Dude,
it was
lie.
I mean, it sucked.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie though. I thought Dariush was out in that first round. I mean, he got hit real hard. He was hurt real bad. Like at the end of the first round. To be honest, I have no idea how he survived. But like he's always doing this. He gets like critically injured and then just like continues to like grapple and just like sort of lay in prey. I mean, he's getting some ground and pound off on Moicano, but I mean, man, he really had to survive that first round. But like, I mean, it was sort of boring. The last two rounds were sort of just like lay in prey with a little bit of ground and pound.
That might be why I don't remember it.
Yeah, sort of mid.
You know what wasn't mid? Joshua fucking Van, 10th rated flyweight, steps up to the plate against Brandon Royval, the number 1 contender.
Dude.
Certainly a fight of the year contender. It's my fight of the year at the moment.
Yeah, same. This was an insane fight, man. I mean, coming into this fight, I mean, we've been talking about Van on this show for some time now. But man, I thought Royval was going to be like a step too high for the moment, for this moment in his career. I mean, because he's young, he's 23 years old. But man, I mean, he came in and he looks really good, man. Really, really good. I'm not going to say he beats Pantoja or anything, but bro, he sort of demolished Royval. There was some nice back and forth. But man, it was just, I mean, the stamp on the fight was in the third round whenever he knocked down Royval in those last like 20 seconds, and we thought he was gonna get like a last second finish, but man, his striking is clean, man. He's young as hell, and his striking is already this clean. I don't know. It's very nice to see. I mean, this is what we want to see in the UFC, like a new young. I mean, I want to say up and coming, but he's already at the top pretty much.
He's here.
Yeah, he's already here.
He's at the top, and he's like 23.
Yeah, this is exactly what we want.
He's peaking very quick.
Well,
I think the only maybe not, I wouldn't want to say a downer, but like they did the face off with Pantoja after Pantoja's fight, and like, so that's clearly next. I have no idea if he's going to bring anything for Pantoja, but I really hope so. Like, Van seems like a great kid. Clearly he's an exciting guy to watch. I don't know if he'll have the stuff to hang with, an ATG caliber guy like Pantoja, but I'm hoping and praying that he's able to inject some life in this division. Like, if he's able to really give him a run for his money, I mean, what a story that would be.
Is Joshua Van playing with house money at this point?
100%.
Yeah, he could go into the Pantoja fight and lose, but as long as he looks okay.
Dude, this is the thing. He's 23 years old. If he loses, he's still gonna be here. It's not like this is his last shot at the title. Like, I think this is a perfect opportunity for him. He gets his title shot. I mean, worst case scenario, he loses, but he's still towards the top of the flyweight division. I mean, I think coming into this night, he was what, like 10th ranked?
Yeah, 10th.
I mean, he just jumped the line. Yeah, but this is a great performance from him. I mean, he's set himself up so nicely.
Well, speaking of Pantoja, submits Kai Kara France in the third. Man, this shit wasn't even close. It was just fucking... It's like an anaconda caught its prey. And it's just... You see the prey struggling a lot. But it's not doing anything. It was tough.
I don't think there was a moment in this fight where KKF looked like a viable threat. Like, you could tell right from the jump that he was out of his depth. And I don't think it's because France is bad necessarily. he's just you know, an above average fighter next to an all timer, right? And that's how big the gulf is between those two status of fighters. But I mean, he really was not able to bring anything to the table to make this competitive.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a complete like demolition. Seeing Pantoja in the first round, there was zero feeling out process. He immediately, like as soon as I forget who the ref was, but as soon as the bell rung and started the fight, he immediately walked down Kai Kara-France. I don't even think Kai expected it, to be honest, because Pantoja just came in, steamrolled him a little bit, and then brought him to the ground. I mean, it was incredible to see. It happened so fast, and that's pretty much how all the rounds like went into the submission. It was just complete, just a masterclass, to be honest. I mean, Pantoja looked very, very dominant.
Yeah, a lot of these were like last-minute submissions for mid-year. I tried not to pick these because of recency bias, but it's difficult to, like, for Masterclass, it's hard to go against Pantoja and just how fucking badly he got Kara-France from the jump.
Yeah. That's the thing, like, we know Kai is a good fighter. I mean, he's a great fighter. He has a great corner in his team as well with the city kickboxing team out there in New Zealand. I mean, he's got like a lot of this stuff, but man, Pantoja just seems to be on a different level completely than these guys.
Really is just what, DJ? That would be it. If anything, there's nothing left for him to do.
Yeah, I mean, pretty soon, man. I mean, the Van fight is at least like a breath of fresh air here, but yeah, I mean, they're going to have to start bringing in some new guys, or I don't know, man. I don't know.
The only fight that I could ever possibly see myself picking against Pantoja would be if he fought Merab. And even then, like, I think my estimation of Pantoja grows higher every time he fights. And, I mean, I as much as I don't want to vote against Merab anymore just due to his cardio, like, man, like, you know, Pantoja doesn't have any feel out process against anyone. He tries to go for the submission or the finish immediately, and it's like, you know, Merab might not see the third or fourth round against him. I mean, like, not exactly a huge guy for the division. I mean, but that's the kind of thing you would need if you wanted to have Pantoja to fight anyone. I mean, we'll see what happens with Van, but outside of him, there's no viable matchup for him. It's all just repeats of guys he's already washed.
Oh, man. Is it a good transition? Speaking of getting washed, Ilya Topuria, KO1 over Charles Oliveira.
A sad, justified transition.
Yeah, that was...
Dude.
Wow. Fucking wow. That's all I got.
And if we want to talk about another steamroll, bruh, Ilya Topuria just completely like destroys Charles within the first round. I mean, it was under 3 minutes. We didn't see much. I mean, there was like a little grappling exchange. Ilya got Charles down to the ground. I think one of the only moments was when Charles had Ilya's leg locked up, but I mean, Ilya got out of it pretty quickly.
Yeah, short-lived.
But I mean, by that point, Charles was already cut. Ilya brings him back up to the feet, and then like within the next minute, jabs to the body.
2-3.
Charles steps in, and then man, Ilya unleashes a 2-punch combination that just killed Charles. I mean, he was out cold, and then he even gets like a hammer fist down on the ground. Just brutal, man. I mean, this guy, Ilya, who can stop him, man? Who can stop him?
Yeah, it really is insane because it's hard to compare, like, what last time we saw someone like this dominant. Like, it does feel like Conor in a way, where like there is an air of invincibility that he has now. It's like we've seen like obviously Aspinall runs through everyone he faces at heavyweight, but we don't rate any of those guys. Versus Topuria has just like dusted 3 legends and made it look easy. And like when he gets you in the pocket, there is nothing you can do. Like, he will win that fight every single time. Like, either he's gonna either you do what Charles did and you wade into the pocket, right, and you test him there and you lose, or you do what like Max and Volk tried to do, which is go in and out, stay away, fight at range, and he still is able to use his footwork to get you to the fence and force the kind of exchange that's going to win him the fight. And so like very quickly, like I don't think there's anyone at lightweight that can really challenge this guy. Like outside of Islam Makhachev, every other guy just looks like even this fight, like going into it, people were already talking about him, you know, beating Charles as like the final leg of like the best win streak in UFC history. And people were talking about it as like it was a foregone conclusion, like before in this lead up. And now that that's happened, it's like it really feels the same way for everyone else. Like if he fights Gaethje's gonna get knocked out. If he fights Armin's gonna get submitted or he's gonna get knocked out. If he fights Patty, he's gonna knock out Patty.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's sort of. I don't know. It's wild to me because first of all, we are like seeing history being made. Like Nathan said, this is one of like the craziest 3-fight runs like we've ever seen. I think the only competition is John Jones whenever he was rising through the light heavyweight division. But I mean, dude, let's look at his names real quick. He beat Alexander Volkanovski, right? He obtained the featherweight championship, then defends against Max Holloway, knocks him out too, and now he moves up to 155 and knocks out Charles Oliveira. He's never been knocked out like this. And this was out cold. I mean, this is just an insane run. And I was looking at the stats right now. There was Ilya only threw 24 strikes. 24 strikes. That's all it took to beat Charles Oliveira. That's insane, right? And like you can, I mean, I've gone back and rewatched the fight. You can just see how he's like, as soon as the fight starts, he's setting up like his knockout. I don't know if it's part of the tape study that they're doing. I mean, we know his brother is in his corner, and apparently a lot of people say that he's a very like smart fighter. So I don't know if they're seeing stuff, but I mean, at the very start of the fight, he's already setting up the knockout punch, the jabs to the body to like sort of goad Charles. And I mean, you saw it all throughout the stand up. It's just insane to see, man. This guy is special. Like I think we can already say it now at this point. I think he's generational, even at this point. This is what we are lucky to have him in this sport. I'm like glad as a fight fan that we're able to witness this live as it's unfolding.
I had once said that I think Ilya. This was a while ago, mind you, before several recent fights have happened, but that Ilya could go to boxing, and he could wash anybody, pretty much any welterweight. Well, I guess now 154, but anybody at 147 sans Boots. Only Boots is the Boots was the only one I thought that could beat him. There's one. I'm back on that level of praise. There's one sequence that really stood out to me, and it was the way that Charles would try to set up his own right hand would be with a jab feint, and then he steps into a right hand. And for the first few times, like they kind of got tangled up, but an adjustment that Topuria made in the middle of the round, like this is usually something a coach points out to the fighter, and then they make the adjustment. But in the middle of the round, jab feint, Topuria knows what's coming, steps outside of it with his own overhand right, or with his own straight right, and then follows up with the hook. Sorry, boxing purist here. I fucking loved it. That was one of the most beautiful adjustments I've seen in UFC when it comes to boxing technique. Fucking sublime.
Yeah. And beyond just the punching ability, like if I'm thinking like how do I describe like Topuria's boxing, like whenever you see these crossover fights, he looks like he's the boxer, right? He looks like a pure boxer that's fighting this MMA guy on his turf, and like the MMA guy is just out of his depth. And it's not just with the punching, it's with the footwork. Like the way he's manipulating the ring, like that's something you really only see from elite boxers. And when you have a fight against, like, you know, when Conor fought Floyd, like you could, like if you knew what to look for, you could tell just how wildly different their skill sets were. Like the way that Floyd manipulates the ring, I mean, it's just like Connor was never going to be able to match that. Like he didn't even realize what that does to a fighter. Is like if you don't understand the way your opponent's moving, you don't realize when you're in range, right? And so like, you know, in that finishing sequence, you know, Charles literally walks in to the right hand that knocks him out, right? He doesn't realize it because like Topuria's like manipulated him right to where he wants him, and he's in range. He's ready to fire that right hand, and he can't even recognize it, right? It's just beyond his skill set, and he got laid out for it. And I mean, there's no one in MMA that right now that even comes close to that level of that depth of skill.
Yeah. I mean, just to add on to that, I mean, this man is Ilia Topuria. When we talk about generational fighters, normally, I mean, and this is in boxing, and you know, MMA alike. Obviously, like some differences, but when we talk about generational, normally it's like you have some fighters that have one area of their game that's like really, really elite. Like, you know, oh, this guy has, you know, he's really fast or he's really strong. In MMA, you know, he has elite grappling. His footwork is nice. His grappling is nice. Ilia Topuria, just to go down the list, he has elite striking. He has elite grappling. His footwork is elite. His ring IQ or his octagon IQ is elite. I mean, he is a complete package. A complete package. And man, I don't know how you fight him. How would you even fight him? Because I mean, you can't stand and strike with him. That's just asking to get knocked out. I mean, eventually he's going to figure you out. You're going to walk into something and he's going to lay you out because his power is just that good. I mean, I feel like at this point, if you're going to try to fight him, you just have to take like a heavy wrestling approach and just try to keep him down. Just try to keep him, you know, where he doesn't get his striking going at all. And I feel like that's probably going to be the game plan we see, you know, depending on who he fights next. I mean, I'm sure we'll discuss that. But that's got to be the approach that his future opponents have to take. I mean, you have to figure out a game plan because he is smarter than you. He's going to outthink you in the ring. He's going to outthink you. So you have to come in with some game plan that could possibly counter him. But I mean, let's see if it exists even.
Yeah, I think the strategy has to also involve some kind of long range attack, like leg kicks or something, which is what Islam has. That's what part of why that fight is so compelling, is he can do the wrestling and he's got, you know, hellacious leg kicks, like he head kicked Volk out. But like one thing, even though this fight was so short, just seeing that Charles wasn't actually got overpowered in the clinch, like that's shocking. Like you would think, if anything, Topuria would be ceding too much size coming up to lightweight, and that would be the chink in his armor. But the fact he was able to like half reverse the position on Oliveira and get into half guard, like Oliveira's strong, man. He holds just about everyone up against the clinch, or he's able to at least fight neutrally and pull him back down to his guard. And the fact that Topuria was able to change that position on the way down, I mean, this guy's got to be, you know, built like a brick shithouse to do that.
Dude, he almost put Oliveira in crucifix. I mean, it would have been game over if he would have gotten that. That would have been really insane. Like just like submitting him via strikes in crucifix. That would have been really insane if he would have done that. That almost happened. But yeah, I mean, we're seeing something special unfold like in front of our eyes. His next fight is gonna be massive. This fight, the result that he got whenever, I mean, the UFC, I think within the hour of the fight finishing, they uploaded like pretty much the entire fight onto YouTube. So he's getting like a push from the UFC at the moment too. His next fight is going to be absolutely massive.
On Tapology, he's 7th all-time striker. Looking at the names ahead of him, number 6 is Wonder Boy, Aldo, Conor McGregor, Izzy, Max Holloway, and then Anderson Silva.
What are the rankings based off of, like significant strikes landed, or is it just like subjective?
I think it's fan.
Fan votes.
Yeah, it's all fan votes. Yeah.
Well, he's better than all of those guys.
Yeah, I think with this fight, I think he's surpassed already McGregor, like in terms of accomplishments. I mean, in addition to actually defending the featherweight belt, I think the people he's fought are better. And I mean, it's like we said, it's in a similar sort of method. You know, McGregor also knocked out Aldo, knocked out Eddie Alvarez. We'll see what Ilia Topuria does from this point on, but I think his last 3 wins put him in some serious conversations. Who do you guys think he fights next? I know we got the face off with Paddy in the ring later on. Like, actually, it was like within the hour. Whenever they were doing the post-fight interview with Dana White, he said that he did not like that face-off. He doesn't know who let Paddy in there. And then later on, we heard DDP say that was it Paddy versus Gaethje was going to be the co-main for UFC 319 in Chicago. So I'm not sure if that'll happen, but the 2 names that are like the front runners are pretty much just Paddy and Arman as Ilia's next fight. What do you guys think he'll face?
I think if the UFC had, I agree. I think if the UFC had any sense, it would be Arman, because they're giving him the cold shoulder because he, ruined that pay-per-view earlier this year. But he's clearly the number 1 contender, right? If any of the lightweights are going to give Ilia a challenge, it's going to be him. And the idea that they would, they cannot elevate Paddy. They have to at least let him fight Gaethje first, or some other contender to earn a spot. But I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, I will say I do think Arman, like in terms of like meritocracy, he definitely deserves it. He's also beaten Charles Oliveira. I know it was a close fight, but he beat Charles Oliveira. He was also, I believe, the backup fighter for this fight.
Yes.
But I do think, if they want to build, like, with this momentum that Ilia has now, I do think in terms of pure numbers, I think Paddy versus Ilia would be the bigger fight, especially if they put it somewhere in Europe. Like, I don't know if they put it in Spain, but like maybe in the UK somewhere.
Probably UK.
If they put that in Europe, Paddy versus Ilia would be an insanely massive fight, because Paddy is big in the UK. And then Ilia, he'd obviously be closer to Spain, which is where a lot of his fan base is at. I think that could be a mega fight. But in terms of like pure meritocracy, and even the closer fight, I think Ilia versus Arman is the fight to make.
I think the other sellable fight, because Topuria apparently wants to fight again this year, which, I mean, he didn't take any damage versus Charles, or like hardly any. Like, he ate 1 elbow. But if they were gonna put him on the Madison Square Garden card, like, just purely talking in terms of marketability, like the Gaethje, right, in him versus, Ilia versus Gaethje at Madison Square Garden as a main event would be very sellable in that arena. But it should be Arman. But we'll see what they do with that.
I have to say, like these are options. Like, they're all good. Like, I would not be upset if it was Arman. Like, if it was Paddy, even if it was Justin, I don't think I'd be upset. Just, it's still a big fight. He's not fighting a can. Either way it goes, and it's gonna be a big fight. Everyone's gonna tune in.
Baku card part 2, Fiziev versus Topuria.
That one's probably a little bit too far out there.
Yeah.
Maybe in the future though. I don't know. I feel like that would it'd be a fun fight.
He deuced Fiziev so bad, man.
Yeah.
That would be so brutal.
I'll be honest, bro. I think Ilia knocks out Justin and Paddy. I mean, probably in a similar fashion to how we knocked out Charles.
Anything more for 317?
It's a great card, man. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, that was money well spent. I'm glad that I normally I don't shill for, big megacorps, but I was happy to give the UFC my money for this one.
Yeah, this was worth it.
Yeah.
All right, some quick notes. Fucking LVX Media Net. That's the social media handle. Follow it wherever. If you can't find it, we're not on it. wherever you're listening, hit us with a rating. It really, really helps. It's just a small thing you can do. If you want to step up a little bit more, you could do a review. You can, tell us how awesome we are, because we are. Or if you want to take it a step further, Patreon, LVX Media Net over there, just like everywhere else. If you want to show your love, you get ad-free stuff and other stuff, other little perks. Mentioned earlier when we were talking about Jake Paul and the boxing rankings, the Discord that we always reference, lvx.be/discord, and that'll get you in. If you go through Patreon, you get a special role when you join Discord that way. So, just some things to keep in mind. All right, be right back. What if a small natural step could make a profound difference in your daily well-being? Many of us grapple with everyday stress, looking for natural ways to support our mood, our mental resilience, and our overall vitality. The answer might lie in nature's wisdom. Support for this episode is from psilocybin, the powerful psilocybin mushroom in a convenient microdosing capsule. Revered in traditional practices, psilocybin is gaining recognition for its remarkable benefits in mental health. With psilocybin, you're choosing a natural path to holistic wellness. I feel it's incredibly important to say that this isn't a substitute for professional medical advice, it's just a really good supplement. Of the 3 blends, I've tried the Inner Peace blend, and I can tell you from the beginning I felt a greater sense of calm and mental clarity. I've been juggling with some unfortunate stressors, and I've been doing it with a lot more resilience. But psilocybin is more than just a supplement, it's a step towards a more harmonious you. If you want to have a look at what psilocybin has to offer, go to lvx.be/psilocybin, that's SOULCYBIN, and use the code LuxMedia to get yourself a nice discount. Help us out a little bit in the process. Take the first step towards inner peace and clarity. Nurture your nature with nature. lvx.be/psilocybin, use code LuxMedia. Support for this episode is from Ramen Bay. You love ramen, but wish it had more, fresh toppings that take it from good to epic. But who has time for all that chopping and shit? Well, get ready to level up your noodle game with Ramen Bay. It's the ultimate topper that brings big flavor and incredible texture right into your bowl in seconds. Imagine perfectly seasoned beef or seafood, vibrant vegetables, or savory mushrooms, all freeze-dried to lock in peak freshness and flavor. Just sprinkle as much Ramen Bay as your heart desires as you're boiling up your hot ramen, stir, and watch it transform. In today's connected world, your digital life is always on. You shop, you bank, you connect with friends and family. All of this happens online. But with every download, every click, there lurks a hidden danger: viruses and other cyber threats. One wrong move and your personal data, your photos, even your identity could be at risk. And that's a scary thought. You need more than just hope or vibes. You need proven protection. Support for this episode is from Malwarebytes. It's your digital shield, constantly detecting, blocking, and eliminating the nastiest shit that you can find online. Think of it as your personal cyber guardian, always on watch so that you don't have to be. With Malwarebytes, you can browse, bank, enjoy your online life with confidence. No more worrying about malware, phishing scams, ransomware, or any of that other nasty shit. Enjoy secure access to what matters most to you. Protect your digital world, protect your peace of mind. Take Malwarebytes for a trial run today. Go to lvx.be/mwb and invest in your online security today. Pop quiz hotshot. What's tiny, fuzzy, and responsible for a large portion of the food we eat? If you guessed bees, well, you nailed it. Seriously, 1 out of every 3 bites on your plate depends on bees. So there's a bit of bad news here. These little heroes of our gardens and dinners are struggling. Between habitat loss, climate change, and pesticides, it's a fucking bummer. Without them, our world would look a lot different and it would be a lot less delicious. But there is good news. Support for this episode is from Project Honeybees. So when you pick out something nice for someone special, or just something nice for yourself, your purchase adopts a queen bee that you get to name and get to watch over, and you'll support the protection of these extraordinary little creatures. Ready to make a statement and a difference? Go to lvx.be/bees, and start browsing for your next gift. Your next favorite accessory can also be a lifeline for our buzzing buddies. Project Honeybees. Get yourself a nice little discount, help us out a little bit in the process, and help save the fucking world. lvx.be/bees. Use code LEO33862. Buzz, motherfucker. All right. Moving into some previews really quickly. One Fight Night 33, and one Friday Fights 115. I don't remember. I forgot to write it down, but I'm gonna keep telling you about them because fucking I can. On Fight Night 33, pretty cool. Alicia Rodriguez, she's the one Muay Thai champion versus Joanna Persson, the WBC Muay Thai champion. So that's pretty cool. I've never seen one of the WBC people compete. All right. Fucking UFC Fight Night 422. Is there anything on the prelims to point out here?
Okay.
No, it's not.
Chris Curtis, I guess.
This is the UFC's way of bringing us back down to earth after the heights of 317 as we get a card like this.
We'll let it slide. The Chris Curtis fight is all right.
Speaking of Chris Curtis, before we jump into this, did you all see the video of him and Sean Strickland jumping that guy in the cage?
Oh, dude, yeah. He was like, I forget what he said. I think he said like something. It was something vulgar. He screamed, like pointing at Chris Curtis and Sean Strickland. It was like super disrespectful. Chris Curtis and Sean just like stormed the octagon.
Well, I know those guys were on the outs for a little bit, so it's good to see that they're back being good friends and beating up defenseless people.
Beating people up together.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Kennedy Nzechukwu is a name I recognize. Chidi and Jokuani. I recognize them because they're kind of difficult names.
Oh yeah. He's a big boy for heavyweight. I think he's only had like 1 or 2 fights at heavyweight. He used to be a light heavyweight. But yeah, for now I think we could let him see him. We have to see him. Heavyweight's a little bit of a weird division, but he could do well here. But he's decently well.
Into the main card, Junior Tafa versus Tuco Tokos. I think I got that right. Light heavyweight. Vitor Petrino versus Austin Lane at heavy.
That's pretty much a guaranteed knockout. It's a heavyweight slot. Yeah, that's gonna be a heavyweight slot.
Cool. Nate Landwehr versus Morgan Charrier.
Dude, the train.
Yep.
Nate the Train. It's gonna be a fun fight. I think the French should. I've seen it before. This should be a very fun fight.
Yeah, this is a good one. Calvin Kattar versus Steve Garcia. Why is he still fighting Stephen Thompson versus Gabriel Bonfim?
The potential
That could be a really good
retirement
fight
fight
too, yeah.
here.
Dude, I'm hoping Thompson doesn't get like done dirty again. But I think this is the good Bonfim brother. I think, right?
Yeah, Gabriel Bonfim's solid.
Yeah, it could be. I hope Unk doesn't get done dirty here.
He's 1-4 in the last 5, so not so good.
And in the main, Derek Lewis versus Taliesin Teixeira at heavyweight.
This is a life support type of main event. This is sort of brutal, man. This as a main event, this is sort of brutal.
And it's Derek Lewis. That's about it. That's the only reason they would have this as a main event?
Yeah, he's a decently big name. But I mean he's had his fair share of losses too recently.
Yeah, that's it. That's all we got coming up.
Yeah,
this weekend.
We'll see. We might get a good knockout. We'll see.
Yeah, the heavyweight slops should at least be like possible KOs. It's usually how it
Yeah,
goes.
hopefully. It's if it's not a KO, then it's just gonna be like 3 rounds or 3 or 5 rounds of just like
Garbage.
super slow plodding forward. Yeah.
That's it. Hold on. Let me. You've been listening to the Ultimate Effin' Casuals, a Lux Media production. If you'd like to give your thoughts, or you need to let us know how terrible you think our takes are, you can duck us and text the anonymous line at 833-589-7637. If you want to stand on your business, send a voice message or send a voice note in WhatsApp, and we'll see if you're interesting enough to make the final cut of the show. 833-LUX-PODS. If you prefer to hit us up on social media, the account name is LVX Media Net, all one word. That's YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, all the rest of that bullshit. If you can't find us, chances are we're not on it. Patreon is where you can go to get ad-free episodes and other behind-the-scenes exclusives while directly supporting what we do. LVX Media Net over there, just like everywhere else. Even if you don't sign up on Patreon, you can still help us out if you check out our ad sponsors. You can also help by giving us a rating and a review on whatever app you're listening on. And last but not least, you can also check out the merch shop. New stuff goes up all the time. Metal intros by Anders Janhunen. The trap intro and the outro are by Middle of Nowhere Beats. And for more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lvxmedia.net. Break there. So we're heading into Derek Lewis's fucking hot ball outing in Nashville. Parting words.
It feels like a historic time to be an MMA fan. We're seeing some really crazy stuff. The new generation, I feel like, is here. We're seeing that throughout a lot of different fights. Topuria, obviously, but we have guys like, Dricus and Shemaev, right? Relatively newcomers that are, establishing themselves. One of them's going to come out on top as the guy. Jones out, Aspinall in. So, the new generation's here. So excited to be living in it and seeing it.
Yeah, I mean, just to add on to that, I mean, we've moments like 317, like nights like that. That is why I'm a UFC fan. I don't know, man. It's just very special. I mean, the feeling that you get whenever you see one of those cards. And then we have UFC 319 with Dricus and Shemaev on the horizon. I don't know. It's just very special moments to see. I'm glad we're able to experience them, man. I'm excited, man. Very, very, very good event from the UFC.
All right, if that's it, then that's going to do it for this edition of the Ultimate Fucking Casuals. See you on the other side of the UFC Fight Night.